feel better, yeah, better when you kiss me. Better when we're getting hot, making out in the backseat. Better than a shot of that Fireball whiskey. Love it when you hit me with that text that you miss me. You make me feel so good, so good. Running like I got some new pants all under the hood. And you light a fire in me so beautiful, you're all I need. We don't gotta dance with the lights down low. We don't need a song on the radio. We don't need a beach down in Mexico. You just gotta kiss me slow. We could be downright broke, living on the edge and losing hope. To make it all better, yeah, honey, you know. You just gotta kiss me slow. Pull through when I feel lonely, you're the only one I run to whenever I want to. You got me feeling so fine, so fine. I can't get you off of my mind, oh my. I just wanna hop in your Chevrolet, boy, you can be my getaway. We don't gotta dance with the lights down low. We don't need a song on the radio. We don't need a beach down in Mexico. You just gotta kiss me slow. We could be downright broke, living on the edge and losing hope. To make it all better, yeah, honey, you know. You just gotta kiss me slow. You keep me going like a Red Bull, like I don't even know what I do without you. We don't gotta dance with the lights down low. We don't need a song on the radio. We don't need a beach down in Mexico. We could be downright broke, living on the edge and losing hope. To make it all better, yeah, honey, you know. You just gotta kiss me slow.
Time for Centralia College Trailblazer Sports on the Eli Sports Network. Let's get things started with the pregame show as the Blazers get warmed up for game time.
And here we are at Tigers Stadium. It is Centralia College women's soccer here on the Eli Sports Network. I am Luke Kilgore alongside Tony Davila, and glad to have a color guy, by the way. But we are here for some rivalry soccer, Tony. Tonight, the Centralia College women 0-3 in Western Conference play, going head-to-head with their rival, the Lower Columbia College Red Devils. They are 1-2, both of these teams towards the bottom of the Western Conference. It should be, pretty fair match on paper anyhow.
It should be. Both of these teams kind of low in the rankings, so by that you should get a good game between two teams, and these are rival schools, so that always ends up being kind of a very good matchup as these two teams not necessarily fans of each other.
And, of course, looking over at some of the team stats.
You know you want this. It's the foundation that opens.
14 goals scored for them compared to Centralia's 5, so definitely something that Centralia is going to have to work on and set the tone early on the defensive end. The big goal scorers for the Lower Columbia College Red Devils, Shelby Vermeulen, we'll get that right. 5 goals on her own. Kayla Willis, 3 goals, 2 assists. And Sierra Thornock, 3 goals and 1 assist on the season. So they've got some offensive firepower. One of those is actually a defensive back, so must have some pretty good set pieces coming out of the corner kicks.
Yeah, coming off of those corners, those set pieces. If you're a defender or you're that person off of set pieces, great in air, gives some height, has that ability to come in and knock in the set pieces.
Yeah, the Centralia College, they have struggled overall in the season, the 1-7 4-1. So they're looking for that first win here. What better time than against the rival Columbia College Red Devils?
Yeah, and Centralia in the last game against Green River, they played well in that one for the most part. It was a lower scoring game, and they didn't get blown out. They were able to kind of get things going. They did take some shots on goal. They were all high, but they did have some opportunities in that one, and that showing improvement. They need that scorer, that person that's going to give them a punch up top.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the 5 goals Centralia College has accounted for, it's between 2 women. It's between number 7, Gabby Novorsky, and number 1, Natalie Coleman. So Novorsky has 3 goals, and Coleman has 2 to herself. One thing I really like about Novorsky, Tony, is she is all over the field. It seems like she has an endless motor, and that can really get the rest of the squad fired up.
Yeah, she tends to be the go-to. She's the hustle person. She's playing some strikers. She plays in the midfield. She'll drop back on defense. You'll see her all over the field, and she just needs some help out there, somebody to come and play alongside of her so there's more of a 1-2 punch, and it's not just, okay, we know this girl's going to go, so we're going to have to just shut her down, and somebody else is going to have to step up.
So something interesting, and we will go over the starting lineups here in a little bit, Tony, but for Centralia College, in the goal, starting things out is number 18, Kylie Russell. We have seen Haley Perkinson start a lot of these games, but it seems lately that they kind of go half and half. They go 45 minutes, 45. So with Kylie Russell starting things out, what does she need to look for? What does this defense need to do to support her?
The defense needs to shut down the gaps. That's been the big problem on the back line. They've been letting people through, flanking down the sideline, and just the gaps open because people are trying to cover the middle, and it leaves the wings on an island, kind of like in football. You're going one-on-one, but there's somebody running in that can get the ball too. Unlike football, you can pass it away once you have the ball down the wings, and nobody's covering that open gap, so it ends up being a lot of one-on-ones with the keeper, and that's bad news for most keepers is you get a one-on-one at the college level. Those strikers know how to finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're very comfortable once they get that close. And for Haley Perkinson, you were mentioning, Tony, one of the best goalies around you're going to find. Granted that Centralia has allowed a lot of shots to be attempted on them, but Perkinson, did you say, led either the Western Division or?
Yeah, and before the last game against Green River, I saw that she was leading the conference in saves at 66, and that was before that game. She played a full half in that game, so she had more saves than that. So at that point, she had 66. The next closest person had 53. So it's kind of a bad stat to be the leader of.
Yeah, it's a reflection more of the defense and kind of their struggles more than anything. But at least it's good to know that you have that anchor back there and that funnel in Haley Perkinson to get stops and hope that Kylie Russell can get a good start for them. So looks like we're going to get introductions here shortly. How about we take a quick break here on the pregame show? We'll be right back, get you some starting lineups here on the Eli Sports Network. Stay tuned.
You know you want this. It's the foundation that opens the door to opportunity. Centralia College Bachelor's of Applied Science and Management degree is your credential for success. Start your journey now with a hybrid 2-year degree at Centralia College, then move into the college's acclaimed bachelor's program. If finances are an issue, the Centralia College Foundation may be able to help you. Simply go online today and fill out an application. For more information, go to centralia.edu. Centralia College, where your success begins.
This just in. Community First Auto Center now has a second location.
Yes, it's true. Community First Auto Center now has a second location that specializes in affordable pre-owned vehicles under $10,000. This second location is directly off Exit 74 on Bishop Road. See their selection online at cfaccars.com and at their Facebook page. Community First Auto Center in Chehalis off Exit 79 and now a second location off Exit 74.
A touch above the rest.
Centralia College is where your success begins. Fresh out of high school, want to extend your athletic career, or are heading back to class for a new career, Centralia College is a great place to start. It's not too early to begin planning, and the Centralia College Foundation can help you pay for your education. The foundation offers more than $500,000 in scholarships every year. You can apply easily by going to centralia.edu/scholarships. Centralia College is where your success begins.
Back here on the pregame show at Tiger Stadium, it is the hometown Centralia College Lady Blazers taking on the rivals, the Lower Columbia College Lady Red Devils. Hello, everybody, and welcome to some soccer action tonight. I am Luke Kilgore alongside Tony Davila. And Tony, rivalry match, Centralia looking for that first win in Western Conference play. It's as good a time as any.
Yeah. Both teams dealing with some injuries. Both
Centralia
teams coming
College
in a little bit dinged up. So now's that chance for Centralia. At this point in the season, this is going to be your 10th game. You should have what you do down at this point, especially being a college athlete. That's one that there's no surprises anymore. Just go out and run your formation, do your thing, and especially at home, come in, protect home field.
Absolutely. These Centralia College Lady Blazers have 9 games under their belt so far this season. Did mention this a couple weeks ago on the broadcast, Tony's. There's only 4 sophomores on this team. Only one of them started last year, so definitely a very, very young team that Horst Malunot's dealing with.
Yeah, and 2 of those sophomores are hurt, and Jana Gert and Nareda Soto add some speed, and her being out is going to be difficult for the Blazers. So now really they're dealing with 2, and one of them is a starter that leads the team, is the second leading goal scorer, and Natalie Coleman, she's doing her part as being an upperclassman.
Working Absolutely. Together for the scratches for the Centralia College Lady Blazers, right before we get you starting lineups, Jana Gert is out, the sophomore. Nareda Soto, the sophomore, is out. And Cynthia Trejo is the final scratch for the Centralia College Lady Blazers. For the Lower Columbia College Lady Red Devils, Kate Blackstone Burgess, the stud out of Adna, she is out tonight. Emily Mickelson, a freshman forward, is out. Magdalena Simons, a sophomore defender, is out. Callie Loper, a freshman midfielder, is out. And Bryn Kershaw out of Tenino, a sophomore midfielder. She is out of this match. So definitely a little bit of a hampered roster for those Red Devils, and we'll see if Centralia can take advantage.
Yeah, but Red Devils, I'm looking at this roster. We do a lot of soccer in high school, so noticing this, doing some in the past. Emily Mickelson, one of the injured players, was a beast at Kalama. She was a great player, stud. But the other one, Zoe Brimhall, is going to be very good for the Red Devils. Zoe and Chloe, both of them, they're twins. They come in both from Washougal. They play very hard. Elizabeth Aceveda as well. She's got some speed. She can work the middle of the field very well.
Absolutely. And without further ado, Tony, why don't we get to the starters and go right ahead?
All right, let's go with the visiting Red Devils first. They start Bailey Wright, Shelby Vermeulen, Jessica Jude, Ashlyn Willis, Kalina Makaivi, Chloe McKenna Slitt, Elizabeth Acevedo, Sierra Thornock, and Kennedy Werner is the starter in goal.
And for the Centralia College Lady Blazers, Tony, take it away.
Natalie Coleman, Amanda Jamison, Hallie Stubb, Gabby Navorsky, Taylor Sarson, Madison Hull, Lindsay Hutchings, Peyton Chapin, Kylie Russell, Lauren Denholm, and Lucy Sevilla are the starters for the Lady Blazers.
Perfect, Tony. Thank you. And one thing we mentioned earlier in the pregame show, Gabby Navorsky, 3 goals of Centralia's 5 scored this season, 1 assist for her. And Natalie Coleman obviously doing her job, 2 goals as well. But looking at Coleman and Navorsky, going to have to come out aggressive early. I know Navorsky's got that endless motor, that huge gas tank, and she's really going to have to get her squad going to give them a little punch in the mouth to start things out and get this rivalry game well underway.
Yeah, if you're the Lady Blazers, you want to come out, get a quick goal on your home field so you can drop back and defend. You can run a little bit more loose. Once you get that, it relieves all the pressure, and you can kind of just build from there and start out strong. If you start out on defense, go hard. The thing noticed in the last game is the Blazers a lot of times wait for the ball to come to them. They don't go to the ball, so they're waiting for it, and the other team is going at full speed. It ends up being a lot of problems for the Blazers.
All right, national anthem coming up. We're going to take a quick break and be back with some action for you here at Tiger Stadium on Eli Sports Network.
Working together for a common goal. That's what teamwork is all about. Tom and Karen Alderson and all the staff at Awards West Printwares congratulates all of our local athletes for the time and effort they have invested in learning to play their game and in learning how to be good teammates. At Awards West Printwares, we take a lot of pride in working as a team to provide quality custom awards, screen printing, embroidery, and banners. Alderson's Awards West Printwares on Kresge in Centralia.
Centralia College is a great opportunity for student athletes to begin their college academic career and continue their athletic dreams. Centralia College men and women's basketball fast pitch teams combined with low tuition offers a great opportunity for student athletes to continue their athletic careers. On Centralia College and the Centralia College Foundation, visit centralia.edu, where your success begins.
That's the Dixie Chicks recording there, Tony. As we're about to get things underway, it's a rivalry matchup tonight. The Centralia College Lady Blazers taking on the Lower Columbia College Red Devils. Hello, everybody. Luke Kilgore alongside Tony Davila. Got Heather Beatty running the technical side of things here on the Eli Sports Network. We are live on Twitter and YouTube. So glad you could join us tonight. And rivalry action, anything can happen.
Yeah, this is one of those that anything can happen. Both of these teams come in. Lower Columbia a little bit better on the goal scoring, especially doing it in less games than the Lady Blazers have played in.
Yeah, definitely. The Lower Columbia College Red Devils, 23 points to their own. As I believe, let me see here. Had them down. Had him for 8 goals and 7 assists, but I don't think that is correct. 11 points for the Centralia College Lady Blazers. They have 5 goals of their own, so NWAC website a little bit inconsistent there, but let's just know that it's a pretty big margin between the two on as far as goals scored goes.
Well, when you play 9 games and you've scored 5 games in it, most teams are going to score more than you. That just means that you're going to have to play better defense and have a grinded out type of game, and that's kind of what Centralia's been trying to do in these last few games is we're going to drop back a lot on defense, and we're going to grind you down, and then hopefully we can get a counter at some point.
And it all starts with that back line, especially if Lower Columbia comes out firing. I know we do have 2 very competent goalkeepers in Kylie Russell and Haley Perkinson, who have seemed to be splitting halves here lately. It's going to be Kylie Russell starting things off in the goal for Centralia. But it all starts with that defensive back line. Obviously some work from the midfielders too, but got to prevent those shots from getting on frame.
Yeah, that's a big key in this, and Kylie Russell is going to be challenged early more than likely. That's been the MO of the Blazers is they start out a little slow. There's a few shots on goal, and then they settle in. It's like one of those punchers that needs to be hit really hard once, and then they're in it. That's kind of how the Blazers have been playing is, okay, you kind of need to punch us, but once you do, we're good to go and we're golden. We're going to play now.
Just got to get a taste of it. All right, both squads coming onto the pitch, and we're about to get things underway. The Centralia College Lady Blazers in the white jerseys, blue numbers, yellow letters, and the Lower Columbia College Lady Red Devils, they have a two-tone jersey out there, blue and red with white letters and numbers.
If you have tuned into anything Eli Sports, think Black Hills. They look just like Black Hills' girls' soccer uniforms. It's odd coming from the Washougal boys head coach in Brian Vogel.
So that's Sierra Thornock starting things off for the Lady Red Devils. And in their side of the field, they work the ball around. That side, Bailey Wright trying to get it over to McKenna Spillett. And it'll be Trailblazer ball. Lucy Sevilla tries to throw in, but obviously a little bit of miscommunication there.
Went a little short.
So the Blazers sticking right around midfield and opting not to be aggressive there when they had it in the attacking third of the Red Devils. Want to see them maybe try to pressure that ball a little bit more.
Yeah, that seems to be the case a lot of times for the Blazers.
Getting control of it, and the shot on goal, and there is one right away. A goal scored from the Red Devils. I believe that was sophomore Kayla Willis on the score.
What a turn and shot. What a absolute rope. And that was Jessica Jude.
Oh, they're going to credit that one to Jude.
In the second minute with a rope right by the keeper. Nothing that you can do on that keeper-wise. That's just a hard shot to defend.
Yeah, Jude got control, and I still think that might have been Willis. But, okay, so we're going to get it credited to Jessica Jude, who took control and fired away for the first goal. And you were talking about the Lady Blazers getting punched in the mouth and getting composure. Well, hopefully they had enough time to figure this team out because that was a quick one.
Yeah, that was a 5 in that ended up going in. It is the minute, but wow, what a way. Yeah, if you like to get punched in the mouth, there it goes. Now you got to come back, recover, and play hard for the rest of this game.
So the Red Devils kind of just playing around with this one in their own side of the field. In the backfield, Bailey Wright, apologize, trying to get all these numbers down.
Bailey Wright and Chloe Brimhall passing back and forth on the back line.
Shelby Vermeulen. Sevilla coming onto it.
Poor pass
and there's
by
Sevilla
Vermeulen.
Feeding it back to the middle. And off to the races, Amanda Jameson. She boots it up, and that one's in the air and shouldered by Wright. And a little bit of weak kick just wide right, and got to get a little bit better shot off that one.
Yeah, Natalie Coleman, she tried to take something off of it, thinking that she was at too hard of an angle, and ended up taking too much and sending it wide.
So Coleman not able to get a good look there. It was just barely to the right of the goal, but need a little bit more force and a little bit more control. Here's another chance for the Blazers. Amanda Jameson on the far side, and tracking that one down is the goalkeeper, Kennedy Werner. And Werner hits the deck and gets the save.
And that was Brumhall. Brumhall did an unnecessary slide, took herself out of the play, but that was one that Amanda Jameson's got to finish a little stronger. She tried to just float it over the keeper and didn't get a hold of the ball.
Navorsky, head full of steam, and another great stop from Werner.
That one was much better by Werner. She was in position, strong, went to the ground very hard, and was able to stop that hard Navorsky shot.
Drop kick lands about midfield. Kayla Willis now with it, far side. Willis tries to feed it up, miscalculated, and there's a whistle. And a free kick coming for the Red Devils. About the 41-yard line. Or excuse me, make that the 39-yard line. And there the free kick is away, and coming onto it is Kylie Russell. And with the pickup is Russell for Centralia. Drop kick on the way. In the air, won by the Red Devils, but Centralia takes it. Trying to feed it up.
Long lob forward, trying to lead Thornock.
So now back into the hands of Russell. At midfield, the Blazers just can't win this battle as Willis takes possession and feeds it backwards.
Makaivi goes back to Chloe Brimhall.
And Brimhall is going to opt to send it back to Werner. Just moving the ball around in the back of their own territory. Brimhall near the far sideline, taking her time. And yes, the Red Devils have control possession, but haven't had that much time in the attacking third of Centralia.
Yeah, both teams playing really middle third of the field, except for that one run, and here comes another one. Jessica Jude.
Kayla Willis, and there's the cross, and overrunning it was Ashlyn Willis, and there's still will be a goal scored.
Punched that one in. Didn't see who got the foot in there. The Willises behind the other player in the middle. That is going to be Thornock that puts that in.
So Ashlyn Willis do know that she took that shot from Kayla Willis. Number 22, so Sierra Thornock, that goal is going to be charged to her in the 6th minute. Off the slick feed, nice cross. And we're off and running. 2-0 is the score already. Centralia on their heels early on in this matchup.
Long pass up for the Blazers. Too long for Coleman.
And here on the near side, Red Devils trying to take possession. And all the pressure. Navorsky not able to get a hold of it. Coming the other way, Kaylee Murray. And the flag goes up from the AR, and it was offside.
That's going to be an inadvertent handball on Kaylee Murray. The ball bounced up and went right into her hand. That's just an unfortunate run. Goes off of her heel and into her hand.
And you were saying, Tony, you've taught me before anyway, the difference between the handball and ball to hand. How do they kind of use their discretion there?
So ball to hand is one of those that you're trying your hardest to get out of the way, and it's just the ball accidentally hits your hand. You're trying to move your arm out of the way, and the defender ends up playing it to your hand. Handball is anything that hits below your shoulder, so your arm down below. That's all considered hand. If you're trying to throw an arm out there to stop the ball, that's going to be a handball no matter what.
Flag goes up, so a throw-in coming for the Lady Blazers on the far sideline. Did see a nice rocket of a free kick from Navorsky for making its way down to Kennedy Warner, and she sent it right back.
A little miscue by Bailey Wright, but the Red Devils able to clear.
Ashlyn Willis sending it upfield. Far sideline is sister Kayla. Kayla puts a move on and lets it fly, and that doesn't have enough on it. That is sent back by the Blazers. And missing everything are the Lady Red Devils there.
It's going to be Kaylee Murray.
So Murray letting it fly, and a goal kick on the way for the Blazers. I believe that was Lindsey Hutchings who sent that one back on the shot from Kayla Willis. And back down here on the far sideline, Sierra Thornock. Thornock hesitates. There's the cross, and white jerseys stopping it right there.
That's a good job by the Blazers to close down, get into the box, create a lot of havoc in there so that nobody can get a secondary shot.
Willis to Willis once more. We've seen that already multiple times in this match. Cut off. Winning that 50-50 ball was Peyton Chapin for the Blazers. Chapin still fighting for it.
Chapin was our player of the game against Green River.
And not able to keep that one in bounds is Ashlyn Willis. Throw-in coming for the Lady Blazers. Hallie Stubb, the usual candidate for the throw-ins, especially this far into Blazer territory. And she throws it in, and it lands right off of Willis, so just gaining a little bit more ground on that one are the Blazers.
So it looks like Lower Columbia replacing one set of twins in the Brimhalls with another in the Willises.
Keeping it all in the family are the Lower Columbia Red Devils. Brimhall there. That was Chloe. Lucy Sevilla couldn't track that one down, and the Red Devils going to get a throw in. Substitution for Lower Columbia.
Jessica Jude going to go out. Looks like checking in.
Got these binoculars for a reason. Number 5. So Shelby Vermeulen back into the game. Vermeulen already trying to track it down. And settling for an out of bounds is Madison Hull, just trying to stop the play from progressing there.
And that's just a point of Lower Columbia right now is feeling that this side of the field, this near side, is the side that they're gonna beat more regularly. So they're just gonna stick on this side of the field. And that's where they for Monroe.
Gives it right the on the throw in and a clear towards the near sideline, and the Blazers just trying to play keep away right now. Some hesitation on the throw in. That was misspell it. And winning that one, Thornock giving chase. And a shot way off the mark by Elizabeth Acevedo.
And that last little bit by the Blazers, that was Chapin that brought the ball down. Took a little too much time on the setup for my liking. She wound up pretty good, like she was going to take a kickoff in football, but that was a dangerous play forward. That's Kalina Makaivi that just checked in for Lower Columbia.
I'm glad you said it.
Called her name quite a bit in playing different sports. Figure it out. Multi-sport athlete from Mark Morris is Kalina.
So Centralia, deep in their territory, far sideline. There's a throw in, and Centralia is going to throw it right back to them. So Lady Red Devils, we're only in the 12th minute here, and they lead 2-0. Two quick goals, one by Jessica Jude in the 2nd minute, and the other by Sierra Thornock in the 6th minute. So really getting to work quick are the Red Devils. Centralia settled down a little bit, and now let's see if they can get a good shot off.
Trying to lead Sevilla.
And that was a big lead. Sevilla's able to track it down, but faces pressure. And Amanda Jameson tries to let a cross fly, but the Red Devils are right there to stop it. There's Navorsky. Navorsky not able to get control.
Too many bodies for her to sidestep through that traffic.
Kayla Willis, far sideline. Battling for it and losing. Centralia with possession now. Midfield, not able to trap it, is Jameson. And now back to Willis. Willis, a nice lead, and coming in dangerous territory was Kylie Russell. Russell cutting things a little close there.
That time Vermeulen was on the run, had a full head of steam. If that got anywhere a little bit more outside, that would have been a really hard shot to block for Russell.
If you're Russell, are you hitting the deck there? Or it seems that she just opted for the pickup, but I'd think that I'd be diving.
Yeah, there's a little more pace that needs to be put on that, a little more drive to jump onto it.
Big opportunity there, but booted away by the Red Devils. Centralia got to take advantage of those situations. Willis again. Kayla Willis, far sideline. Breaks it down, going to work, gets past her defender, but nobody home. Navorsky sends it back. That one's going to just be cleared out of bounds by Lindsay Hutchings, freshman defender out of Montesano High School.
Few of these players, Denholm, Hutchings, and the other keeper, Haley Perkinson, all freshmen, all from Montesano, who had a pretty good season last year.
The Montesano Bulldogs, not too far from here. Lots of local talent on this Centralia College team. Got Onalaska, Yelm, Kalama, a few Toledo girls, WF West, you name it, Capital. Lots of local talent did Horst Malunat recruit. The Lady Red Devils, they've got talent from all over the place, some of which you're familiar with, Tony, but even got kids as far as Alaska and Utah out there.
Some Oregon, some Utah, some Alaska, got players from all over. But right now it seems to be a little bit of a South EVCO South, or the GSHL, playing against the EVCOs.
So some of these girls have to be pretty familiar with each other. Navorsky goes with the one touch off the throw in, but nothing doing there as the Red Devils send it back. Navorsky tries to win that ball. And the Blazers are dispossessed. Chloe Brimhall. And they're just going to let Kennedy Werner boot this one towards the far sideline, but not able to track it down to the Red Devils.
A little long was Werner trying to lead Haley Starnes.
So now Centralia trying to block off Chloe Brimhall, but the center official is going to blow the whistle there.
Brimhall, a little too much contact trying to fight through that shield off to get back to the ball.
So who else but Gabby Navorsky is set for the free kick here. We saw her earlier boot a rocket, so we definitely know that she's got the foot for it, but the question is it going to be on target? Navorsky lets it fly, and it's a bullet. She's going to take the shot herself, and making a diving catch, and a nice one at that was Kennedy Werner.
Sevilla was there trailing just in case, and that was a good trail by Sevilla, but Werner sure-handed.
Man, Navorsky, she's got a boot on her. Wasn't sure if she was going to try to feed that one inside, but she opted for the shot herself, and tracking that one down is Thornock. Thornock just misses the ball. She's frustrated with that one. Couldn't get the foot on it like she wanted.
She knew she was trying to get that cross. Starnes was trailing very
really?
well, and they'll say that goes off of.
I suppose there was a deflection there in the first corner of the evening. Not sure. I mean, it looked up here. Granted, we do have the bird's eye view. Looked up here like Thornock completely tipped that one off the right side of her foot.
Yeah, she swung and missed and tipped it a little bit. She was the last one to touch it.
But they're going to get the benefit of the doubt here as Thornock lets it fly a little bit too deep on that one. It's going to head towards the far sideline. Chloe Brimhall there to recover. And Bailey Wright going to boot that one off of a Trailblazer. There is a whistle. Center official wants to have some words. And I believe that did go off the face of a Lady Blazer. Looks like that might have been, wasn't Navorsky.
Can't quite see the note. No, that is Lindsay Hutchings.
So Hutchings taking one off the face, and Centralia going to be rewarded with a throw in here.
Didn't last long.
Thornock getting after it, but running out of real estate was Thornock. Boots that one out, but another corner kick coming, the deflection off of the Trailblazers.
Coming back to that was Madison Hull. Good play by Hull.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to, at that point, just play damage control as Thornock, man. She is fast with the ball.
A corner is better than a goal.
So the second corner in about a minute and a half of time. Thornock set here, and Thornock's going to take it herself. Short range there, and wide open look.
Offside.
And an offside call. Good catch, Tony. Free kick coming for the Blazers.
That was a good job by the Blazers. They saw what they were trying to do. They went with the short corner. They saw that they were going to try to cross it late, so everybody jumped in front of all of those players that were waiting for that last cross.
Kylie Russell letting it fly. And Lady Red Devils quickly get possession back. Chloe Brimhall in the backfield. Brimhall to goalkeeper Werner. That one didn't have too much on it this time. And the Blazers with possession. Here's Stubb. Stubb with plenty of room tries to get it to Sevilla, but threading the needle doesn't work this time, and it's going to end up going over to Werner. Werner with the roll to Brimhall. Chloe Brimhall, far sideline. Feeds it upfield, and almost leaving that one behind was Brooklyn Wormworts for the Lady Blazers. A reserve out of Washougal. And full head of steam for the Red Devils before it is sent back with force.
Madison Hull took out a little bit of aggression on that one.
Upfield, that was Makaivi. Again, Makaivi sends it up there. And Ashlyn Willis trying to track it down, and she won't get there in time. Throw in Blazers. In the 21st minute now, you're in the first half. It is the Lower Columbia College Red Devils 2 and the Centralia Lady Blazers 0. And coming out a little bit late was Kylie Russell. And that's kind of the second time, Tony, that we've seen a little bit dangerous decision-making there by Russell, but no damage there.
Yeah, slow off her line that time, but did make the decision, came out strong, called everybody off, made sure that they heard her, and she was able to catch that one and stop any trouble.
Nicely done by the back line to keep some of those attackers, some of those forwards blocked out as well. Goal kick for the Lady Blazers.
A couple of subs going to check in first for the Red Devils. Looks like going out is Kaylee Murray and Ashlyn Willis.
So we got Samantha Pessner, number 11, coming in. And Karen Gonzalez, number 6, the freshman. After all this time, Tony, complaining about needing binoculars, I finally got some, and at least they're helping me there.
Able to come to good use. You know, they got some decent numbers for Lower Columbia. Not just with the Blazer numbers.
Yeah, some of those double digits are pretty close together. But that was number 10, Madison Hull, who cleared it out of bounds, so near sideline throw-in coming for the Red Devils.
So checking in for both. They're going to move up the throw. It went further downfield than it was going to be thrown in at. Stubb checks out. Looks like Yvette Arroyo will check in for the Blazers.
And Jessica Jude back in for the Red Devils. That throw-in, well, a little bit too much mustard on that one from Maka Evie. So goal kick for the Blazers. They're going to get it right back. Kylie Russell surveys the field, sets and fires. And two Blazers leaving that one alone, and as a result, winning the 50-50 ball is the Red Devils. Blazers should have taken possession of that one.
Yeah, you got to go at those harder, win that ball, gain the possession back.
But not able to read it correctly there is Centralia that time, and the Red Devils trying to go to work. Blazers, of course, sending it back. And Natalie Coleman fighting for it now.
Great tip around by Coleman on the first one.
But just enough defense there to give Warner time to run in and make the snag. Red Devils now. Got the Blazers on the run. That is Gonzalez. Now over to Jessica Jude. And the Blazers are able to boot it back to midfield.
As the Fast and the Furious goes by the stadium.
Yeah, well, if we've seen anything, there'll be a state trooper cruising around. A little bit of a
lots of
conflict
contact
there, yeah, that's for sure.
Both sides, though, that was equal parts. Good no call.
Hitting the deck was Samantha Pessner. I think she just lost her balance as a result of the contact. Kind of pulling the chair, so to speak. Kylie Russell with the easy pickup, nobody around her. That was Karen Gonzalez, though, coming on quickly. Winning that one is Amanda Jamison. Trying not to take that one off the face. And Jamison is quickly dispossessed. Elizabeth Aceveda. Blazers.
Doing a whole lot of watching and not a lot of moving.
Absolutely, and being a little bit complacent here. Or a lot of it, depending on how you're looking at it. Far sideline. That is Gonzalez, and it's sent back. Trying to win it is Pessner. Blazers fighting at midfield. And just some short, crisp passes. Novorsky imposing her will there. Got away with a lot of contact, but she's not able to make anything happen out of it.
Yeah, Novorsky doing a lot in the midfield, but a lot of these forwards at this point in the season, this is your 10th game of the season, your legs should be under you. You should be able to run down some of these balls, go a little bit harder. The Blazers slow to react. It's a lot of watch the person work, but nobody's moving down the field with you. They're just watching you move, and the defense is closing on whoever's moving down the field for the Blazers.
Thank you so much for tuning in this evening on the Eli Sports Network. We are live on Twitter and YouTube, bringing you Centralia College Lady Blazers soccer They are currently down against the rival Lower Columbia College Red Devils by a score of 2-0 here in the 26th minute of the matchup. Free kick coming for Centralia, and here's a chance with Navorsky from about the 45-yard line. Navorsky up in the air, a nice boot, but not quite enough on it, at least for the runs that the Blazers were going for. Red Devils send it back out. On top of it, Madison Hull.
Hard first touch for Jamison.
Jamison can't quite get that trap. And taking it away is Acevedo. Make that McKenna spell it. Sevilla now trying to track it down for Centralia. Back over to Hull. Low and hard pass is off the mark. And the Red Devils once again are right there as Navorsky sends it. Looking like a punter out there.
It looks like the Blazers went with a little formation change, or at least position change, as now Sevilla is working on the back line. She had been playing a little bit forward on one of the wings, but with Arroyo coming in playing midfield, it dropped Sevilla back to the back line.
Kennedy Werner in the goal for the Red Devils. Sophomore out of Mark Morris High School in Longview. Here's Amanda Jamison near sideline. Trying to put some moves on. Jamison. Good pressure there from Makaivi. And it's going to end up in the waiting arms of Kennedy Werner.
That was Taylor Sarson trying to put a shot in there through traffic.
So Centralia, they're getting it to the opposing side of the field as tracking it down to the Red Devils. That's Vermeulen. Vermeulen with the feed. And getting down and knocking it away is Russell. Not able to make the grab, though, so still dangerous territory. And another corner kick on the way for Lower Columbia, their third of the evening.
That was a good punch by Russell to send it wide.
Centralia hasn't had a chance from the corners yet. Here in the 28th minute.
It's another one of those short tapper corners.
Big cross there, and Kylie Russell's right there next to the post waiting to make the catch. She does. She surveys the field. Drop kick incoming. Nice run and a kick from Russell. Far sideline. And maybe a little bit of incidental hand contact there. And the Blazers starting to go to work here. Here's Navorsky. Navorsky. Once again, lots of force, but need a little bit more precision on those passes. Back to Sevilla. Sevilla boots it up.
Not the most accurate of passes by Sevilla.
That's kind of what we're seeing from the Blazers in general, Tony, is, yes, they're setting it up in a general direction, but those passes have to be to someone. They have to be to someone intended, and they have to be crisp, or else they're going to get dispossessed right away.
They need to either be to the player directly or to an area that the player is going and not already picked off by a defender.
Sevilla. That one's picked off. Just like you said, Samantha Pessner that time. Jamison. And that one, tough for Jamison to get to.
Coleman a little long on the lead, but that was a good idea, trying to get that pass to an area that Coleman could get to. If she gets there, that's a good opportunity to move down the line and have a one-on-one with the keeper.
So a little bit of a platoon swap here for the Blazers. As back in, or maybe in for the first time, that's Ashlyn Rustin, number 14 for Centralia. Couldn't see who that was over on the far sideline. But a goal kick pending for the Lady Red Devils. It's up and one. A little bit of that deflection from the very tall Shelby Vermeulen, 6 foot. 6 foot sophomore midfielder out of La Center. I was noticing earlier, I was like, man, she is easily the tallest one in this field, and she definitely is.
Yeah, she has some height, has size on her, definitely noticeable.
And surprise, surprise, she's quite the soccer player herself. 5 goals, at least according to the NWACSports.org website, 5 goals to herself. drop one by the Red Devils, but Centralia now trying to go to work. That was Ellie Nyland.
Nyland brings some size as well. Hutchings also 6 foot, so Hutchings on the back line. I think that's a listed 6 foot because they're standing side by side.
Yeah.
Vermeulen's towering.
Yeah, either that or they're selling Vermeulen a couple inches short. Trying to dash his ball, but the Rebels almost with them attempts. And overrunning that one, here's Vermeulen. She lets it fly, and it's too easy.
And there's one of those one-on-ones. Defender missed it through the leg up, goes over the leg. Vermeulen gets a one-on-one, and really nothing that Kylie Russell can do.
So here in the 32nd minute, Vermeulen tacks on a third goal for the Lower Columbia Red Devils. At that time, I couldn't tell who the defender was on that play, but overran it. And from there, Vermeulen, nice and easy one-on-one, knew exactly where to place it for her 6th goal of the season.
Yeah, trying to run onto it, threw a foot up, just barely missed the ball, but unfortunately it goes right to a running Red Devils player, and that's that.
That's how it's going to go. 3 goals already for Lower Columbia. Here now we're in the 33rd minute, and Centralia really looking to battle back here and need to be more crisp, especially in that attacking third, and get a good shot off. Kind of just becomes chaos once they get it into enemy territory. Trying to judge that one off the turf. That's Yvette Arroyo. Send back. Brianna Volertson for the Red Devils. Navorsky for Centralia. Double covered. Navorsky still going to let it fly. Low and hard shot, but right on it is Kennedy Werner.
Navorsky goes lefty.
Navorsky definitely not afraid to take the shot. Kind of one of those, the old saying, never seen a shot she doesn't like.
Yeah, volume shooter. Hey, someone's got to do it. Shoot from everywhere you can and hope you can catch the keeper off guard.
Better that than be complacent and not get those shots off. Red Devils, here we go with Chloe Brimhall. Brimhall over to Wormworts. And now moving upfield with it. And a big boot. It's way over the mark. That came from Karen Gonzalez.
Trying to lead for Mullen.
And so Kylie Russell sends it back from whence it came. Chloe Brimhall going one-on-one, kicks it back. And not getting there in time to contest is Natalie Coleman. Gonzalez to the near sideline. Upfield, nobody in particular up there. And again, Russell going to be there for the pickup, going to roll it to Sevilla. Sevilla deflected. Ricochet action from Karen Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it up in the air. And 2 Blazers fighting for the ball, and they get it sandwiched.
Finally coming up and clearing is going to be
Navorsky. Navorsky being very vocal and maybe a little bit of frustration there, and certainly warranted. Got to be some communication there from the Blazers as Vermeulen in dangerous territory. Kicks it back to Volertson. Near sideline clear. Emily Tyner trying to get on it.
Pass.
Sarah Williams. Williams is dispossessed.
And Williams played most of her career at Centralia. She's a Centralia High School graduate as a defender. So now she's playing a different role as in college right now, playing more up the field.
Yeah, definitely something to get used to, Tony. So you don't remember her playing anything but defender in high school?
She played defender midfield a lot for the Centralia Tigers. Now she's playing for the Blazers, and that might be one that they're just trying to spark an offense with anybody, trying to get something going to change things up.
Karen Gonzalez to Volertson near sideline. Volertson one-on-one with Sevilla. Sevilla going to choose to just tip this one out. Goes past the touchline, and a corner kick coming for the Red Devils. Couple substitutions coming in for Centralia. That is their 4th corner kick, though, for the Lower Columbia Red Devils.
4th corner of the game, and subs coming in for both sides.
Try to catch who that is taking the near post for Centralia. Get those names to you when we can. But a corner kick coming for the Red Devils, who have been opting for that short pass. You can see two players here in the corner between Aceveda and Kaylee Murray. Aceveda's going to let it fly. Nice ball. And a boot there deflected by the Trailblazers.
Still
and a couple dangerous a couple dangerous passes and cleared out finally by the Trailblazers.
Coming up with
That's Hallie Stubb.
Big boot was Stubb as Blazers could not clear, finally able to send it out and let her team take a breather.
You've seen that a couple times, Tony, where it's just a bunch of chaos and everyone's going for the ball but missing at the same time, and one player finally just out of frustration just sends it.
Yeah, that's one that you're trying to clear so hard that you whiff on it. You're going for the home run ball, and you just need to stop, turn, and play the ball up the field. Just get it away from your back line.
Yeah, and composure has a lot to do with that as well. Navorsky, hers was sent back by Brimhall, and Brimhall just took one off the elbow. Volertson near sideline, tries to feed it up. Navorsky's on it, though. And she's going to try to clear it upfield, but out of bounds in the process.
And that's the thing with the Blazers right now. Navorsky having to drop back to defend. Their best offensive player isn't moving up the field to play offense. She's stuck on the back line defending a lot of balls now.
And we've seen her have to basically accommodate all roles, as she seems like she's all over the place. We're saying her name a ton every single matchup. Natalie Coleman trying to feed it. Didn't have the precision there. She was trying to get to Tyner. Lady Red Devils a lot more precise with theirs and got quick short passes. As soon as I say that, of course, Aceveda's pass is rejected.
But coming right back to it are the Red Devils.
Aceveda down here to Volertson. Volertson ricochets off of Stubb. Throw in coming. As having to chase it down is Makaivi. Kalina with the throw in to Vermeulen, but Vermeulen dispossessed. Navorsky sends it through 3 Red Devils, but Natalie Coleman can't get there. Back with the Blazers, though, Megan Peters. Now to Sarah Williams. Williams, open space. Kept dribbling it, and the defender said, okay, I'll take it from you. And a clear upfield ends up with Werner. So no damage and a lost opportunity there for Centralia. Sevilla tries to cut that one off. Is partially successful. Stubb feeds it up to Sevilla. Not able to get there. Near sideline, last person to touch it was Volertson.
And a couple of subs coming in. Both the Willises checking back in for Lower Columbia.
Indeed. As they will be called in. A couple subs for Centralia as well.
Going
14
out.
and 3. So coming in is Ashlyn Rustin and Amanda Jamison.
Out goes Sarah Williams, and it looks like Emily Tyner, the other one, going out.
And right you are. Coming in are the Willis sisters. Ashlyn, number 14, and Kayla, number 19. They were getting some good offense going early on in this first half as Kayla played the sidelines and fed Ashlyn in the middle.
And that might be one that with the last 5 minutes of this half, the Red Devil is going to come in, give a last hard push to try to get some more goals in with both the Willises checking back in.
Definitely a comfortable cushion here in the first half. We are in the 41st minute, and the Red Devils are up 3-0 on Centralia. Here's Vermeulen. Not able to stay with it. Kylie Russell calls it out, calls everyone off, and picks it up. Drop kick here. Winning it. Nice trap from the Lady Blazers.
Taken right back by Willis.
Ashlyn Willis being the aggressor here. Having it sent back. Not too much on it, though. Here's Willis trying to feed the near sideline with Kaylee Murray. Willis. Sized up. She was had 2 on and decided to send it back. And Vermeulen, dangerous situation there. 2 Red Devils converging and kind of giving up on that one.
Yeah, I think it seemed like they thought they heard a whistle or saw a flag or something because it looked like the Red Devils just turned and started walking down the field.
Yeah, that was odd to say the least, Tony, is that ball just gets booted out of there and a goal kick coming for Centralia and Kylie Russell. That was Kaylee Murray taking that one out of the air and sending it.
And a couple players, Kayla Willis checks right back out. She just came in. That was her that was walking down the field. And she's going to talk to the coach, see what she saw there.
Jessica Jude also back in here. You're absolutely right. Either, if I'm the coach, that's a pretty good call to get that bench right away, because if there's that lack of effort, it might have been a misunderstanding, but if there is that lack of effort, definitely need to sit her down until she's ready to sprint to the whistle.
Yeah, no need to turn and stop because you didn't have the ball. There was a great opportunity for somebody to get onto that. Here's a great opportunity.
To Sevilla. Sevilla trips and is upended by Kennedy Werner. That ball just had just a little bit too much on it from Dvorsky.
Just a slight hair as that one rolled right across the line and allowed Werner to come out and scoop it.
Stubb tried to send it, but Willis was able to knock it away, and Willis not able to save it. Ran out of room, and the flag was not her friend there. Throw in near sideline for Centralia, about as deep as you can be in your own territory, Tony.
Rushton and Peters check out for the Blazers. Back in is Jamison. And Denholm.
Stubb with the throw in. Didn't have anybody on the run, though. And the Lady Red Devils get to set it up with plenty of space. McKenna Spillett to Makaivi. Aceveda now on the ball, but way too hard on the pass, trying to get to Ashlyn Willis. We're in the 44th minute now. So, actually should be effectively in stoppage time at this point.
Well, in college, they don't do the weird no 2-minute mystery rule. They just go to the 45 and
then whatever the extra is, the extra is?
Yeah, the extra is whatever it is. There is no mystery last 2 minutes of a half like they do in high school. Nobody does that. I don't know why they say it's FIFA rules. I don't know what FIFA team does that. I've never seen a soccer match do that.
Near sideline are the Blazers. 45th minute now. And trying to run it down, looking back and seeing a burst of speed. I believe that was Haley Starnes for the Red Devils.
That was Starnes making the run. That was Chapin that turned and saw it and just, I'm going to play this out of bounds. This is about to end badly for me.
Yeah, I imagine she got a little wide-eyed there as she saw Haley Starnes coming up with a vengeance on the near sideline. Big boot past the touchline and a goal kick coming for the Blazers. Wouldn't expect there to be too much stoppage time, Tony. Hasn't really been too many stoppages. It's just been a lot of offense from the Red Devils and a lot of miscues from Centralia.
There's the 3 goals. There haven't been a whole lot of free kicks, penalties, nothing like that. So no bookings. Ends up usually being a pretty short stoppage time.
Trying to win that one out of the air is Madison Hull. But Vermeulen, man, she is tall on that field. back with the Red Devils. And the Blazers, maybe their final attempt of the first half. Sevilla to the middle of the field.
To Sarson. Sarson couldn't get onto it.
Indecision there from Taylor Sarson. Blazers send it right back, and going to be head coach Brian Vogel who gets that touch. Coaches need to touches too. I mean,
hey, got to show off some skills.
That's right. There's the whistle. And at halftime, as we go into the Port of Centralia halftime show, your score, Lower Columbia College 3, Centralia College 0. We'll talk it over after this on the Eli Sports Network.
You know you want this. It's the foundation that opens the door to opportunity. Centralia College Bachelor's of Applied Science and Management degree is your credential for success. Start your journey now with a hybrid 2-year degree at Centralia College. Then move into the college's acclaimed bachelor's program. If finances are an issue, the Centralia College Foundation may be able to help you. Simply go online today and fill out an application. For more information, go to centralia.edu. Centralia College, where your success begins.
This just in. Community First Auto Center now has a second location.
Yes, it's true. Community First Auto Center now has a second location that specializes in affordable pre-owned vehicles under $10,000. This second location is directly off Exit 74 on Bishop Road. See their selection online at cfaccars.com and at their Facebook page. Community First Auto Center in Chehalis off Exit 79 and looking off Exit 74.
The rest.
Centralia College is where success begins. Want to extend your athletic career or are heading back to class for a new career? Centralia College rates to early to begin planning, and Centralia College Foundation can help you pay for your education. The foundation offers more than $500,000 in scholarships every year. You can apply easily by going to centralia.edu/scholarships. Centralia College is where your success begins.
And back here at Tiger Stadium, as we are at the Port of Centralia halftime show, I am Luke Kilgore alongside Tony Davila. It is a rivalry matchup tonight. Lower Columbia College taking on the Centralia College Lady Blazers, but not looking too good for the home team here to start things off. The halftime score: Lower Columbia 3, Centralia College nothing.
Yeah, and it had
connected, get the chemistry going. Meanwhile, the Red Devils, they're cutting them off. Granted, they're getting plenty of time to do so, and they are answering back with their own flavor of short, crisp passes. And, I mean, I will say that 6-minute goal by Sierra Thornock, that's just a play breaking down. She was a lucky recipient. There was a nice feed from Kayla Willis on the far sideline, and Ashlyn was her sister was trying to finish that one off, but Thornock was able to just reap the rewards in the 6th minute before Shelby Vermeulen, the leading goal scorer for the Lower Columbia Red Devils. There was quite a bit of time that progressed before the Red Devils struck again, but Vermeulen was the one to do it as she took it far sideline before just having a one-on-one with her defender and booting it about upper 90 to the near corner of the goal. Nothing you can really do there, but 3-0, and the Centralia College Lady Blazers have got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and that was one that last goal by Vermeulen, that was defender went up. It was a good cross. Defender goes up, throws the leg as high as they can get it, and ball goes over your leg. Now you're out of position because there were two players right there trying to spot that ball. Once they miss it, it's wide open. It's open season. And, oh, by the way, she just happens to already have 5 goals on the season and blast one by the keeper. And the deal is that first goal was a very hard shot by Jessica Jude.
Yeah,
There's nothing that you can do for Kylie Russell. That was a rocket from the far side. Coming near post, thinking she was going to go near post, had already made up her mind that she was going to stay near post, did Russell, and just a rocket goes by her on the backside, and that's unfortunate. Not how you want to start things a minute and 10 in, but able to make some plays, get up and down. It looks like there will be a keeper change at halftime. Looks like Haley Perkinson will step in goal for the second half. And that seems to be the difference to me between the two keepers. Kylie Russell, good range. She's got good kicks. She's a very solid drop kick, goal kick taker. That's what she does very well. She makes decisions, reads. Perkinson seems to be the more vocal and aggressive keeper. She's going to come out, play you hard, tell her line where they need to be, but she doesn't have those huge kicks to get the ball going on a counter or anything like that. She's got decent drop kick, but that's what Russell has over Perkinson. Perkinson seems to, though, be more a take charge. We're going to do it my way, and you guys get out of the way, and I'm going to make some saves. We're going to get back into this, but she seems to be the more aggressive and vocal of the two keepers for Centralia. But the Blazers, they're going to have to do something. They're going to need Gabby Navorsky to move up the field. Right now she's playing so much on the back line, playing so much defense. Everybody that Navorsky is taken out of the game. Lower Columbia knew that. They made her drop back, and now it's all, we're going to run on you. Everything that's going down the field, once the Blazers get the ball down the field, it's an immediate counter by Lower Columbia, and just nothing that the Blazers are doing is working. They're going to need some changes to happen. Natalie Coleman played well in the middle of the field, but as the half went on, it got later and later and lower in the half, and her energy went down so much.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you're right, Tony. Navorsky having to do all the work, and we've seen a speed deficiency, so to speak, from the Centralia College Lady Blazers. And Navorsky, one of the fastest on the field, one of the hardest hustlers. When she has to be everywhere, you don't really have too much going on, and you don't really have too many chances to get upfield and get a good shot off. So that'll about do it for the Port of Centralia halftime show. We're going to get a break, and we'll be back with the second half of action as Centralia College tries to battle back from a 3-0 deficit against the Lower Columbia Lady Red Devils. Back after this on the Eli Sports Network.
Time show, and we are ready for the second half. When we come back after this break, it's more in NWAC sports action on the Eli Sports Network.
Working together for a common goal. That's what teamwork is all about. Tom and Karen Alderson and all the staff at Awards West Printwares congratulates all of our local athletes for the time and effort they have invested in learning to play their game and in learning how to be good teammates. At Awards West Printwares, we take a lot of pride in working as a team to provide quality custom awards, screen printing, embroidery, and banners. Alderson's Awards West Printwares on Kresge in Centralia.
Centralia College is a great opportunity for student athletes to begin their college academic career and continue their athletic dreams. Centralia College's volleyball, women's soccer, men and women's basketball and fast pitch teams, combined with low tuition, offers a great opportunity for student athletes to continue their athletic careers. For more information on Centralia College and the Centralia College Foundation, visit centralia.edu. Centralia College, where your success begins.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, Centralia College Lady Blazers taking on the Lower Columbia Lady Red Devils, those rivals down south in Longview. I am Luke Kilgore alongside Tony Davila, got Heather Beatty running the stream tonight. We are live for free on Twitter and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Eli Sports Network. About 10 seconds left in this halftime before we get the second half underway. The halftime score, though, Lower Columbia 3, Centralia College 0. So Centralia College got their work cut out for them if they want to come back against the Red Devils, who are 1-2 in NWAC West play. And the Lady Blazers are 0-3 and are facing an 0-4 start to NWAC West play if they don't come up with something here and bring the aggression.
Yeah, they're going to have to pick up the pace. If they can't run offensively, you're going to have to drop back defensively and not allow any more goals. That's the big key right now, is to stop the bleeding for the Blazers. Stop letting LCC run on you. Drop back on defense. Play the one high. counter as much as you can, put Coleman up there for a little bit, and then once Coleman decides that she's a little bit gassed, throw Jamison up there, use that speed up top because those are your two speed players, and have everybody else drop back. You're going to have to play a defensive, grinded out type of game if you're the Blazers and not have LCC just run on you freely like they have been.
And the scores, it hasn't really been dominated by any specific player for the Lady Red Devils. The second minute was Jessica Jude with a brilliant strike from, about 20 yards out. There was Sierra Thornock in the 6th minute, able to clean up the mess, and she got the goal there. Shelby Vermeulen, the leading goal scorer, added on her 6th goal of the season. The 6-foot sophomore was able to take advantage of a stab, and from there had a one-on-one and an easy look for an experienced shooter, should say.
Yeah, clear finisher. She's got 5 goals on the season, now 6, so she knows how to finish when she has to.
Centralia College going to start things off here with the ball at midfield. Taylor Sarson is going to take it for the Lady Blazers.
And there is a keeper change for the Blazers, so Haley Perkinson will be in goal for the second half for Centralia.
Navorsky starting things off in Navorsky fashion, booting that one upfield. Hallie Stubb to the near sideline. On a run, a nice one, but kind of a tough lead, and Chloe Brimhall is going to cut it off for the Red Devils.
And apparently Sevilla still hasn't found a hair tie. She's been playing with her hair for the last 5 minutes of the half, and now she's playing with it some more right out of halftime.
Got to think one of those girls should be able to hook her up with something. Come on, yell the stands or someone help this woman.
One of the girls on the sideline taking your hair tie.
Yeah, right, especially when they're in reserves. But Centralia College fighting forward here at midfield. The Lady Red Devils, a 3-0 lead over Centralia. And Shelby Vermeulen feeds it to the near sideline. Booted away by Helena Makaivi. Near sideline now, Kayla Willis. Willis cuts it off and keeps it inbounds. And Willis sends it straight to the goal where Haley Ferguson is waiting. Trying to put a head on that one was Madison Hull for the Blazers.
And wow, I guess I was wrong about Haley Perkinson. It seemed like in the last game she wasn't getting close to midfield, and she just sent a boomer out there.
Perkinson bringing the energy, which is what this Blazer squad needs here in the second half. Lady Red Devils not able to get the trap or the touch there. Jessica Jude off the front of her foot and out of bounds. Throw in Centralia. Hallie Stubb, far sideline. Takes half a dozen steps back. Rears up, and a short-range throw in there is sent back towards the field of the Red Devils. Back up, sideline, now towards the middle. Lady Blazers fighting. There's Navorsky. Gets it over here to Arroyo. Wasn't a starter in the first half, but here she is starting things off in the second half. Coach Horst Mallinot must have saw something like from her.
Arroyo touched it to a spot that she thought Coleman was going to be a little short on touch. That's one that it's a change-up on offense to have someone else get there. We've been ineffective so far. We're going to try to get as many different people to see who's going to work.
Haley Perkinson, her drop kick getting it up towards midfield, but the big Shelby Vermeulen, the 6-footer, sends it back, and now trying to go to work from midfield are the Red Devils. A kick that way, it's a one-on-one with the keeper, and kicking it right to Perkinson was Sierra Thornock. She had scored once in the first half, but couldn't do anything besides shoot it right at Perkinson. So a fortunate, basically dodging a there are the Trailblazers.
It was one that Thornton thought she had another defender on her. She could have taken another fused forward and get a much better shot on Perkinson, but Perkinson's happy that she decided to shoot where she shot from.
Yeah, Perkinson started to break her down before she just took that shot straight at her. And now, some hustle from a fan as they shag the ball for the Lady Blazers. In the attacking third now, Natalie Coleman set to take the throw in. Coleman rears up, and through the legs of Chloe Brimhall, And the Red Devils quickly get it out of their own territory.
Big boot down the field for the Red Devils.
Speaking of big boots, just seeing a lot of back and forth, especially from the Blazers. Not too much direction. And we talked about this at the halftime, Tony. We need some precise, short, quick passes, not those big boots to a general vicinity.
Yeah, at this level, you're not going to outrun a lot of these people unless you have just that blazer up top, which the Blazers do not. They don't have that burner that can separate and hold on to a line and make sure they're on side and then pull away from you. There's nobody on this team that can do that, so that counter big boot up the field isn't going to work.
I was waiting for a no pun intended there.
Hey.
As a drop kick hits the Gatorade bucket. That was Kennedy Werner, goalkeeper for Lower Columbia. So trying to show off not only her range, but her accuracy. Yeah. Or lack thereof, depending on how you want to view that one. Hallie Stubb with a throw-in far sideline.
Must be the wrong flavor of Gatorade.
She wasn't satisfied with it.
She was not. This powder-to-water ratio is off.
Kalina Makaivi sends it upfield to Kayla Willis. And that one is shot out of a cannon. Ooh, a little bit of unsportsmanlike conduct there between Willis and Hull. The center official's going to have a few words for him and then back off of it. Definitely not too much there, but Willis did see the hand from her and a little push-off. Contact there. Banging inside is Sierra Thornock.
As the aggression starts to grow between these two, it's going to start to get a little bit more physical. It's starting to get a little more chippy as this comes on, and Willis will come out now. That's probably for a good thing.
For the best.
Heads cool down a little bit and take a little bit of a breather. And
now Haley Starnes, she'll get the playing time. She'll take it.
Take a couple of breaths. You can go back in a little bit.
Better that than wait until you get the yellow card. Perkinson, right there for the pickup.
Jude trying to get a pass through to Ashlyn Willis, but Ashlyn a little slow to react.
Winning that ball out of the air, as they've been doing so well this evening, are the Red Devils. That was McKenna Spillett with the header. Hallie Stubb, far sideline, not able to corral it, is Sevilla. Throw in far sideline. Looks like there's a substitution as the other Willis, Ashlyn Willis, is going to take a seat. And Kaylee Murray now in for Lower Columbia. She tries to go on the run on the far sideline, but rejected by Centralia. They're going to give him another chance to set this play up. Murray, though, with an impressive run. And now deep in Blazer territory are the Red Devils. And Stubb is just going to let that one roll harmlessly past the touchline as that throw went off the mark.
I think someone zigged when they should have zagged. That just was thrown into the ground, and it just kept on rolling.
Perkinson fires away, and some athleticism there from Sierra Thornock as she's able to have the body control in midair and get the header on it. Little tap out of bounds. Madison Hull, last one to touch it. And the Red Devils, we saw them controlling possession a lot at midfield, but it seems like they're coming out a lot more aggressive, especially trying to get into that attacking third and stay there.
Yeah, they're wanting to move up in the stat range and goals scored. They have definitely picked up the tempo and have started to be a little more aggressive on offense.
Definitely must have been a little bit of a talking to at halftime from Coach Brian Vogel. Kalina Makaivi.
And as we say that, they move back and slow things down along the back. No, we're going to take it easy now.
It's almost like they just try to prove us wrong at this point, you know. Too much contact there between Vermeulen and Navorsky. Two of the leaders on their respective teams. And the Lady Red Devils were the ones who got possession out of it. Navorsky getting a little bit too handsy. Red Devils now just shrugging her off is Acevedo.
Long lead pass. Perkinson comes out and playing a little keeper sweeper.
Wow. Yeah, Perkinson making that decision to not only come out of her box, come out past the 18. All she can do there is boot it away.
And Thornock did not like it. Perkinson stood her ground, cleared that ball out, and stood strong. Thornock thought that she came out and played her and not the ball, so she's out there making a plea to both the AR and the official, and they're saying, you're up by 3, you're not going to get that.
Please calm down, ma'am. Navorsky, that big boot, it's a signature for her. She sends it upfield, but no one there to grab it. So Chloe Brimhall sent it back. Brimhall now, near sideline, double covered, is able to thread the needle, Maka Evie. And Vermeulen, a little bit of a pause there between Vermeulen and Navorsky.
That was more that the forearm came up. That was less shoulder, more forearm.
I definitely saw some contact. Didn't see the forearm, though. Good catch. Navorsky, she can do plenty from this distance. Sets and fires. Navorsky, nice line, but there, the ball's loose. Can the Blazers take advantage? And able to recover quickly is Kennedy Werner. Werner, that one just squirted out of her hands, and the Blazers couldn't react in time to get a shot off. Hallie Stubb, far sideline. We've seen quite a few. I mean, we haven't seen it as much here, even though we are early on in the second half. The 56th minute now. Blazers had a lot of looks in enemy territory, but it seemed like just a loss of composure or something. Navorsky and Vermeulen, this is becoming quite the matchup between the two. They're going tit for tat.
It is. Those two are marking each other, it seems like, down the field and going at it. Those two know that they are the studs of the team, and they're going to prove it.
Nice hesitation there. And Navorsky tries to send it upfield to Jamison and Werner. Nice and easy. Another one just led a bit too far from Blazers. Vermeulen trying to get it to Starnes. Starnes does track it down. Vermeulen, wide open look, and that one is wide left.
Just pulled it wide, and it looks like out on the field, Madison Hull might be a little bit dinged up. She took a knee from Perkinson. They collided. Perkinson helped her up quickly, and on that last one, she took a stab at the ball and was slow to get up again.
Do see a Willis sister on the field. That one's going to be Ashlyn Willis. She's up in for the Red Devils. Figure it shouldn't be too long now before Sister Kayla's in there. And a little bit of push-off, no call there. It was a sneaky one from Acevedo, who has been aggressive and is not afraid to get physical.
Yeah, this full LCC team has been the aggressor for a while now.
Vermeulen coming on, a dangerous look. She opts to feed it to Jessica Jude, and Haley Perkinson with the dive and stop. Nice save there from the saves leader of the NWAC Western Division.
Yeah, that was a great dive by her, able to cover ground, read the ball well, that Vermeulen played it across instead of taking that shot, set her angle and made herself big and dropped on it.
Vermeulen with a nice shot there, but even better breakdown and never shirking from pressure is Haley Perkinson. Like we were talking about at halftime, a strong leader, and even when she was going up against Thornock, does not back down from anybody.
No, and it's odd. Haley Perkinson is one of those players that between the lines, she turns it on. And she is one of those vocal people that's yelling and getting people in motion. And then off the field, once she crosses it, the nicest person you could meet.
Yeah, no,
like,
I met
just
her too.
the sweetest, like nicest, quiet person.
You know what? That's a good little gene to have, that competitive gene. Just bringing that fire, because teams need that. Morale needs that, especially when you're down 3-0. Chloe Brimhall tried to send that one upfield, but out of bounds. Centralia with the throw in. Here's Natalie Coleman. Coleman trying to go to Navorsky, but way off the mark. Brimhall's going to send it. Kayla Willis. Now to Stubb. Stubb to Amanda Jamison at the 18, has it sent back.
And that's different now. LCC and Centralia College. That's a shot by LCC. That turn, that stop by Jamison is.
And we do have a yellow card assessed. Sorry to interrupt you there, Tony, but definitely a slide tackle where she did not have a good case for going for ball.
And is that Navorsky that just picked that up?
Walking away, I don't believe so.
I think that's Hall. I think that's Madison Hall.
Can't quite see the number there.
And that is Hall.
Yeah, that is.
That picks up the yellow in the 60th. But as I was saying, that's one that Jamison, that pass over, stop at the top of the box. She stopped on the ball, didn't take the shot. For LCC, that's a stop sidestep to a rip on goal. No motion on, no thinking about it, just a sidestep to a rip. You got an opening, you got to take that. If you're a striker, at this point, you're down by 3, you're not scoring a lot of goals on the season, start shooting. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to line it up perfect. Just start shooting. By numbers, you should get one by somebody at some point if you just start shooting. You can't score goals if you don't shoot.
Yeah, it's definitely that cliche line, Tony. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, but you're absolutely right. I mean, we've seen the Blazers. They're trying to get those short, crisp passes going. They're just off the mark, can't find the precision. Just shoot. I mean, even if you're outside the 18, we've seen a lot of indecision from Centralia College so far, and Navorsky is pretty much the only one who feels comfortable with taking those long bombs, and you got to just set and let it fire. I mean, what do you got to lose?
Yeah, and that's one that you're going to shoot from anywhere on the field. You got to shoot, but get into the 18. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you see any daylight, take a shot. What's it going to hurt? You're down by 3. Oh, it goes off of somebody. If you're trying to build something, then it's going to be great, but you got to take shots. And one of the player that ends up going down was Ashlyn Willis.
She gets helped off the field and
helped off by the trainer. Sister Kayla comes and checks on her, and now Kayla will check in. And Kayla's already been in one little scuffle.
Yeah, a little skirmish, and hopefully she's not going for revenge here.
Her sister just got hurt on a hard slide that wasn't really necessary, so I would watch out for Kayla right now.
Yeah, a very blatant one. So I think you're absolutely right to see that storyline developing, Tony.
Steer clear.
Chloe Brimhall gets it to who else but Kayla Willis. Feed up field. Here is Haley Starnes. Starnes over to Willis. Willis tries to get through but is knocked off by Stubb.
Tried to get a Megan on Stubb.
And Willis has it knocked away by Stubb, but a throw-in coming right back for the Red Devils. 61st minute now. 3-0 is the lead for Lower Columbia over Centralia College here at Tiger Stadium. Pause in the trap. And couldn't hold him off for long. That was a nice clear as she was falling. Couldn't quite see who that was, but Natalie Coleman feeding it upfield. And now with a full head of steam, this is Amanda Jamison.
And that's one that
eventually caught.
You got to be selfish. Keep on moving.
Tried to survey and get maybe a cross off. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, we saw that same thing with Shelby Vermeulen in the first half, Tony. She took advantage of that stab, the defensive miscue, and just kept going for the one-on-one, and it was easy money.
Now you got that run going. You've gone that far. You might as well go a little bit further, plant, and take a shot.
Take it all the way. Centralia trying to win it. Up in the air is Natalie Coleman. And Brimhall sends it right back. Makaivi in their own area, but sending it out, making that change in a hurry are the Red Devils. Far sideline is Kayla Willis. Willis, one-on-one with Stubb. And the Blazers take it away. Near midfield, chip shot. Trying to get the lead, but Brimhall is right there to stop it. right ideas with these lead passes, these little chip shots, Tony, but, man, they're just not able to lead them correctly, not on the mark.
Yeah, they're all short or long. There's nothing that is accurate right now. It's just a breakdown of fundamentals by the Blazers right now.
Blazers. Definitely got to think that the composure's wavering a little bit. It's a large deficit here in soccer, 3-0, 63rd minute. Plenty of time, though. If you just regain your composure, this is dangerous inside the 18, and a hard and low shot. Someone had to take it. It's going to harmlessly go out of bounds. Wide left. Kaylee Murray was the one with the shot, but that made Haley Perkinson's job easier. Perkinson lets it fly from the goal. And Navorsky battling with Kayla Willis. And Navorsky getting very physical here, and like you said, Tony, got to watch it.
Yeah, at this point, you have to slow things down. Cooler heads need to prevail. There's no point in getting upset at this point. I get that you're mad that you're losing, but don't take it to a point where you're going to start hurting people and possibly ruining people's careers.
Beautiful boot from Kaylee Murray. Jessica Jude with the free kick from the far sideline and out of the air, taking that one. Here in the 64th minute is Kaylee Murray.
What a shot by Murray in the, what was that, 64th?
Yes, sir.
But that was just one of those that, as we said, at the top of the box, chest it down. Ball doesn't even hit the ground, settles with her chest, and that ball's falling, rips it into the right under the crossbar, able to make that shot.
And that shot, not able to get all of it. Jamison was feeding it back. And there's the whistle.
PK coming for the Blazers.
All right.
Foul in the box. A little over-aggressive was the defender on Sarson. And now a PK coming for Centralia. See who's going to come up to take it.
Looks like Navorsky. So Navorsky going to set to take this penalty kick for the Lady Blazers, their best opportunity of the night, to say the least. Going one-on-one with Kennedy Werner. Navorsky. There's the whistle. Sets, fires, and Navorsky's good.
Fourth goal of the season for Gabby Navorsky, a 65th minute PK.
So that'll get the Blazers on the board as they quickly answer that 64th minute goal from Jessica Jude with a 65th minute goal from Gabby Navorsky on a PK, a beautiful shot, and she got all of that one.
Yeah, Navorsky was going to line up, rip that one right down the middle. Keeper dove one way, and that was not going to be, if that hits hands, that's not being stopped.
So at the very least, if they're not able to execute the improbable comeback here, Navorsky adding to those stats. Aceveda tips it back to Bailey Wright. Far sideline back to middle come the Red Devils. Haley Starnes. Makaivi. Upfield, Gonzalez trying to break him down. And nobody home. Not quite sure who Starnes was trying to get to there, but the Blazers send it back before the Red Devils quickly regain possession. Just so much more aggressive on the ball, especially when it's loose.
Gonzalez turns on the ball.
Gonzalez is met by two defenders, and there's one, a slow roller. Well, not so slow, but right there easily in the vision of Haley Perkinson, who snags another one. And chesting that, getting a two-touch, a chester and a header, is Aceveda. Elizabeth Aceveda, man, she is so aggressive on those 50-50 balls and really just getting possession in general. You can tell that that's her main goal all the time.
Yeah, win those balls at midfield, and that is exactly what she's done. She's been very aggressive to get to the ball. On-ball skill is very good with her, and been making the Blazers pay all game.
Stubb now has it sent back off the throw-in. Contact there, no call. Here comes Kayla Willis. Willis has it knocked away. And now the Lady Red Devils trying to go back to work. But Centralia not giving up, especially after that goal from Navorsky. It is still the same deficit as it was at halftime, a 3-score deficit. But in the 68th minute, it is Lower Columbia 4, Centralia College 1. They are on the board. Maybe that'll give them some confidence going forward. Maybe a little bit more aggressiveness.
Yeah, you got the goal. Build on that. It's not a get shut out. You scored a goal against your rival team. Play hard. It's not over. Keep on running.
Yeah, definitely something to be said for that, not to get skunked by the rivals, especially. Big boot from Chloe Brimhall. The far sideline, and the Red Devils, just a few touches, cover half the field. And not able to get that one. Way too much for the proximity of the intended player there. Way too much on that pass.
There's a line change coming for the Blazers' next opportunity.
Rowan from the Red Devils. And that was Kayla Willis trying to get on it, but not able to save it from going past the touchline, out of bounds, and a throw-in for Centralia. Halep set to take that one. Didn't see who the substitution was. Looked like Ellie Nyland, actually.
And Sevilla checked in as well, Lucy Sevilla.
So Lucy back in this one. Ellie Nyland also back in the matchup. Haven't seen her for a while. Hallie Stubb was surrounded by two red and blue jerseys and has to send that one out of bounds far sideline. Throw in for Willis. And the Blazers here deep in their own territory. Not a lot of urgency, kind of just for how dangerous this position is, lackadaisically booting that one back out of bounds.
Yeah, when in doubt, kick it out, and that's what they've been doing, is just pushing the ball out, letting the back line get a breather, because that's what they've needed to get.
Big shot. That was a nice look. That was Willis from the far sideline. But no good on the shot attempt as Haley Perkinson gets a save.
Yeah, Willis wound up and was trying to put that one in there. Starnes was there to clean it up if it needed to, but Perkinson sure-handed.
Well, and Perkinson, she made it look easy, but judging that jump and timing it is special, because if you don't, that's going right above your outstretched fingertips and into the goal. That was a nice look from Willis. Throw in coming for Centralia. On it and able to keep it in bounds is Lindsey Hutchings. And Makaivi, Kalina, is the one who sends it out near sideline.
And now the starting keeper out on the field now for Centralia College. Kylie Russell checked in as well on that last sub-in rotation. She's playing at one of the forward spots.
Yeah, definitely missed that. So Russell, Horse trying something new here. Not sure if they've tried that yet this season. You got to assume they have, but
we saw that last night. We did Black Hills Fife in some high school action, some girls soccer high school action, and in the JV match, the starting keeper for Fife ended up coming in the second half, and she scored a couple of goals and went and sat on the bench.
Oh wow! So you can tell who the well-rounded one is on that squad.
Yeah,
just too good of a keeper to not have in there.
Athlete that can run up and down the field.
Yeah, they'll be grateful for her coming up in the program. Lower Columbia going to work, passing midfield here, and that one passed just about everybody but Haley Perkinson. Easy pickup.
That was one that Starnes was calling for. It was supposed to go at a lower angle so that Starnes could run onto it, but it was just played down the field a little too long.
Lady Red Devils They've definitely slowed down that tempo, that aggression, and that slight amount of animosity even seems to be gone.
Yeah, it seems like
so people have settled in a little bit more.
It seems like once Ashlyn Willis got hurt, it got real, and it was like, oh, yeah, let's slow things down a bit.
Yeah, not worth the extra injuries and banged up bodies in a game, especially at this deficit. Oh, we got almost a whole, well, not a whole platoon swap, but 4 different Lady Red Devils coming in.
Line change coming.
So number 23, Brooklyn Wormworts back in. Samantha Pessner, number 11 in.
Sierra Thornock and Shelby Vermeulen in as well.
Perfect. Thanks for cleaning that up for me. Pretty clutch there, Tony. Pretty clutch. Near sideline, big throw in.
Maka Evie.
And battling for it is Karen Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets past her defender, but it's out of reach. Able to get there is make that Sierra Thornock.
Deep shot coming from Pessner. No real chance there.
Yeah, way wide left, and Parkinson will be rewarded with the goal kick. 74th minute now. Lower Columbia 4, Centralia 1. Parkinson. Looks like she came back down to earth, Tony. We talked about maybe not as strong of a leg as Kylie Russell. And then as soon as we said that, she proved us wrong and sent one almost 55 yards?
Yeah, it was a rocket down the field that it got down there pretty far. And now they've kind of settled more in her range. About the 35 to 40-yard mark is where she's hitting consistently now.
Yeah, it seems like maybe that extra bit of adrenaline. I mean, that was her first minutes of the ball game, as Kylie Russell was the first half goalkeeper, and then Haley Parkinson came in the second half. Something that the Blazers have been doing lately. Figure they've got the talent pool. Why not do it? Not quite sure what the rationale is there. That's about all I've got. Shot being taken, and it is high and sails over the crossbar. Really wanting that one was Kayla Willis.
Willis lined that one up and got too good of a look on it, got too far under it, and sent it skying over the crossbar.
Yeah, Willis, for her troubles now, is going to go take a seat. Maybe she knew that was imminent and had to get a shot off.
Maddie McAllister, Skyview graduate, sophomore here at Lower Columbia, checks in on the back line.
And I believe that was Vollertson that came in, Brianna Vollertson for the Red Devils to replace Willis. Lady Blazers, here's Amanda Jamison. Finds a body there. She tries to send it up. Lucy Zavia over to Lindsay Hutchings. Lots of pressure from that Red Devil defense. And that back line is stout. Midfielders doing a lot of work there, though. Misjudging that 50-50 ball was Vermeulen. A matchup that was really picking up some steam at the beginning of the second half was Vermeulen against Navorsky, but it seems that they've calmed down a little bit as it was starting to get physical. Nothing too bad, though, just competitive fire.
No, that was just you're the biggest player on this team. I'm the biggest player on this team, and we're going to go at it. And it seems like Vermeulen has won that battle, but Navorsky not going to back down from anybody.
No, absolutely not. She wouldn't be the leader if so. That one off the boot of Centralia, specifically Lindsay Hutchings, so a throw-in coming. 77th minute now, 4-1, Lower Columbia over Centralia College. This is a rivalry matchup. Never quite know what you're going to get with these. Depends on how both teams come out, but Red Devils came out firing. Second minute, Jessica Jude scores Didn't take them any time at all, about 1 minute and 10 seconds. And then Sierra Thornock in the 6th minute cleans up a cross from the far sideline before Shelby Vermeulen knocking one in, taking advantage of a defensive miscue, and taking it down the far sideline and for a one-on-one for an easy goal for Vermeulen, her 6th of the season. Then, of course, here, tacking on another one in the 64th minute, Jessica Jude sent it to Kaylee Murray, who let it fly, and got the 4th goal for Lower Columbia. Hesitation on that throw-in for the Red Devils. Hallie Stubb tracks it down for Centralia. And a corner kick coming. Stubb was the last one to touch it.
Nice play by that forward for Lower Columbia. Laid off the ball. Stubb was playing a really close turn and just played it off of Stubb's leg.
So once again, kind of going for they've got options. A little bit of trickery for the Red Devils. The corner kick is up and away, and Vermeulen, what a header, is able to catch the ball right on her forehead, and that's what Heidel do. Upper 90 on that one.
What a finish on that one. Snap the head, and wow, upper 90 header off of a corner that was beautiful by, just Vermeulen. Wow.
Yeah, couldn't quite catch who that was that let that one fire. Maybe Thornock for the corner kick, but Vermeulen definitely made sure that she finished it off.
Yeah, I thought that ball was just going to fall across, die down as a ball that just rolls down the field, but Vermeulen changed that one really quickly.
Yeah, she said, no, I'm taking this one out of the air. Lindsey Hutching was trying to rush that throw in, and no one was able to get a good run on it. Navorsky tips it up and
trying to lead Jamison that time.
Off the mark, and the Red Devils converge. They're right on it. Navorsky fighting. That was with McKenna Spillett that time. And not able to get the trap is Maddie McAllister. Went off the right foot, of the left side of the right foot, and then not able to get control with the left foot. Navorsky tries to split defenders and knocks them both down. Yeah, Navorsky is a muscular lady.
Right now.
Yeah.
Tried to jump, stop through a couple of defenders, knocked them both down. There's a chance.
That one's danger and a lot of contact.
And that's going to be keeper interference on the Blazers running through the keeper.
Yeah, that one's pretty blatant. Got to call it. That was Madison Hull, I believe.
Yeah, on that last play, Navorsky tried to jump through a double team, tried to split it, knocked them both down, lost the ball, came back to it, and knocked the defender down that had the ball.
Make that Kylie Russell, actually. That was goalkeeper on goalkeeper there. Russell was the one who initiated contact with Kennedy Werner.
And it looks like there's going to be a keeper change for Lower Columbia. Aaron Bentley, the freshman from Washougal, will check in and replace Werner in goal.
Werner hasn't been too difficult for her tonight, but she has gotten the job done and done it pretty well. Obviously did allow that PK to go through, but, I mean, asking anyone to stop 100% of PKs is practically impossible. But Aaron Bentley, 5'8" freshman, like you said, out of Washougal. As the Blazers keep fighting for it, and a few extra whistles for good measure, a free kick coming for the Blazers as Navorsky never quits, never stops fighting. Bang! And that is a huge boot. Billy luckily was able to stop it with her shins because did not get the grab right away. My goodness, Gabby Navorsky, you put a little bit more on that, and that's going past.
Put a better angle on that.
Yeah.
That one's in.
Yeah. Navorsky's got a boot on her. Lower Columbia trying to work from the near sideline. Ellie Nyland is there. And some assistance from the fans on the track before quickly getting it back in are the Lady Red Devils.
That's Gonzalez working the far side of the field now for Lower Columbia.
It's between her and Zoe Brimhall. Brimhall throws it in. Gets it into Samantha Pessner. Pessner, hard and low. Lucy Sevilla is able to break it up. Sevilla stays on it. That one taken away. Bailey Wright going after it.
Vermeulen back to
McAllister. Zoe Brimhall tries to get a cross in. Cut off. Nice defense there from Madison Hull. Heads up play. But in deep Blazer territory are the Lady Red Devils, threatening to score here once again.
It's about 7 minutes to go in regulation.
Oh, a nice feed. Karen Gonzalez not able to get the trap. Ends up with it again, though. Gonzalez tries to split the defenders. No good. And a smart clear from the Blazers that time.
That was Peyton Chapin.
So Chapin staying on her toes, making a good defensive play. And Amanda Jamison sends it up. Nobody home but some red jerseys. Hustling quick to get there, though, is Kylie Russell. Who's in the goal for the first half, but is going to get some field time. As one of the forwards here for the Blazers. 84th minute now, 5-1. Lower Columbia over Centralia College.
Jamison, hard first touch.
Amanda has to run it down. Nobody there to help, and Jamison not enough on that. It's cut off by Zoe Brimhall. Brimhall gets it stuck on the top of her foot, and it goes out of bounds. Near sideline throw in coming. Hutchings is set to take it for Centralia.
Oh, there's a sub checking in for the Blazers.
Let's see who can read it first.
Looks like Jamison's the one going out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
number 8? So Emily Tyner in. So Tyner in for the Blazers, and it's almost like they choose to run in at an angle that just completely conceals their numbers.
Hides that corner number in the top of the front of the jersey.
Lady Red Devils do well there, and they're coming full force. The whole squad's pushing up. They're able to avoid danger there from Centralia. We're now in the 86th minute. Clock keeps on ticking. And Lower Columbia with a big cushion. 5-1. Last goal was scored by Shelby Vermeulen, her second of the matchup. That was in the 79th minute off of a beautiful corner kick. We'll try to figure out who that was from the far corner. It was a nice one. It was a beauty, and Vermeulen used every bit of her height to get that over everybody for an upper 90 header.
Yeah, that the whip on that header was so nice. Just snap on it, top of the forehead, able to get behind it and put a lot of speed, sent the ball back where it needed to go, and just great finish on a nice cross.
Yeah, Vermeulen really showing off her talents. Of course, she's 6 foot, a 6 foot sophomore out of La Center. But she's got the height, and she knows how to use it, obviously. She's got an excellent boot, good precision, and on top of that, she's fast.
Yeah.
What do you do against someone like that? Hallie Stubb. Far sideline with the throw in, and going to send it upfield are the Blazers. And Lady Red Devils now with the throw in.
So Mosquito enters the press box.
I'm sure you'll have that taken care of, Tony.
Oh, it got away from me.
The Miyagi treatment.
The cat-like reflexes are not so cat-like anymore.
I'm sure you can channel them every once in a while. 87th minute going on, or excuse me, yes, 87th minute going on the 88th now. 5-1 Lower Columbia leads. Big run. Sets and has it stolen away. She took way too long, did Zoe Brimhall. She had all the time in the world to take a shot, but didn't see the oncoming defender.
Yeah, that was one of those that trying to set up for the perfect shot and not taking it when you're open. It's not always going to be perfect.
Yeah, Brimhall, the indecision cost her there. Nice boot up from Haley Starnes, but nobody home. A quick drop kick from Haley Perkinson. Barely wasted a movement there. Natalie Coleman fighting. Now far sideline. I believe that is Lindsay Hutchings. And Stubbs sends it back up. But it's going to fall out of bounds. Far sideline. Lady Red Devils, another throw incoming. Bailey Wright. She's the last one to touch it. And Lindsay Hutchings with the throw in for Centralia. Trying to get another goal on the board. There's Gabby Navorsky. Haven't said her name in a little bit. Lucy Sevilla. Goes upfield to Amanda Jamison. Hard touch there. Jamison somehow able to keep it in bounds. Impressive work from her. Navorsky just barely overran it.
That was one that Navorsky did not think that ball was going to get through. It somehow split two defenders and went right off of her hip.
Tragic, because that was a nice crisp pass from Jamison. Navorsky just overran it, got stuck in her heels. Hallie Stubb. Midfield now, and the Red Devils booming that one back was Sierra Thornock.
And again, a super quick drop kick by Perkinson.
She knows time is of the essence here. We are in the 90th minute. So just a minute or two, maybe 3, give or take. And that one just a simple miscue from the Blazers. Peyton Chapin and Lindsay Hutchings, and Hutchings just couldn't even get the first touch on it. Just couldn't even get the trap. But both these teams, especially the Blazers at this point, got to be exhausted.
Yeah, the Blazers don't have as many numbers. They're not throwing as much out there. These legs are starting to get weird for the Blazers as this game moves on.
And this game is winding down. Lower Columbia, a 5-1 victory, assuming that's where it stays.
And we are at the 90-minute mark, so we are in stoppage time. There was the one booking, 2 goals, 3 goals that is. So
and that injury.
And the injury, so there should be a little bit of time added on, but with this big of a deficit, usually that is not a lot of time added. Yeah, no, some discretion there from the center official for sure. And an offside call. Started to run a little too early, did Zoe Brimmel.
Yeah, Zoe, full head of steam that time. And Navorsky set to take this free kick on her side of the field. Navorsky lets it fly. And there wasn't a Blazer there. And that is the final whistle. Centralia falters at home against the rivals, but they did get on the board to avoid the shutout. The final score, Lower Columbia 5, Centralia College 1. We'll be back to give a quick wrap-up next on the Eli Sports Network.
Centralia College is where your success begins. Fresh out of high school, want to extend your athletic career, or are heading back to class for a new career, Centralia College is a great place to start. It's not too early to begin planning, and the Centralia College Foundation can help you pay for your education. The foundation offers more than $500,000 in scholarships every year. You can apply easily by going to centralia.edu/scholarships. Centralia College is where your success begins.
Working together for a common goal. That's what teamwork is all about. Tom and Karen Alderson and all the staff at Awards West Printwares congratulates all of our local athletes for the time and effort they have invested in learning to play their game and in learning how to be good teammates. At Awards West Printwares, we take a lot of pride in working as a team to provide quality custom awards, screen printing, embroidery, and banners. Alderson's Awards West Printwares on Kresge in Centralia.
Centralia College is a great opportunity for student athletes to begin their college academic career and continue their athletic dreams. Centralia College's volleyball, women's soccer, men and women's basketball and fast pitch teams, combined with low tuition, offers a great opportunity for student athletes to continue their athletic careers. For more information on Centralia College and the Centralia College Foundation, visit centralia.edu. Centralia College, where your success begins.
The final score is on the board, but we're not done yet. The Centralia College Blazer post-game show with the final numbers, comments, interviews, and
the
game
rivalry
awards
game
is
goes
next
the way
on the Eli
of
Sports
the
Network.
rival this time. Lower Columbia taking this one against the Centralia College Lady Blazers. Hello, everyone. I am Luke Kilgore alongside Tony Davila. Got Heather Beatty running the stream here on Eli Sports Network. And Lower Columbia 5, Centralia College 1 was the final score here. And a little brutal for Centralia College trying to take on their rival and get their first win in NWAC West play. But these Lady Red Devils came out firing, and they did not let off the gas.
Yeah, they were able to score 2 minutes in, well, a minute 10 in, and from there, that was how this game was going to be set. They came and ran, made subs, fresh legs coming in. The fresh legs come in, you're going to run too, and they just outpaced the Blazers in this game.
Yeah, and definitely, you mentioned that, Tony. The depth was a bigger factor here, but we're gonna try to make this post game a little bit quick here. Go over the scoring right quick, and definitely a lot more in the favor of the Lady Red Devils. As you're right, they started things off. Jessica Jude with a goal in the second minute, about a minute and 15 into this matchup. They punch him in the mouth, and then Sierra Thornock is able to clean up a cross from Kayla Willis, meant for Ashlyn Willis, but a little bit of a chaos there. Thornock's able to knock it in the 6th minute. And, excuse me, there we go. Shelby Vermeulen gets the goal in the 32nd minute for the halftime score. Lower Columbia 3, Centralia College 0. And then going into the second half, let me make sure I got this right.
That was
there we go. That was Jessica Jude with the feed to Kaylee Murray. That was a slick one off the free kick. Jude let it fly, and Murray right out of the air boots that one. Nothing that Haley Perkinson could do there. And then the final goal, Vermeulen added another one off of a slick feed from a far corner kick. Vermeulen using that 6-foot frame to get a perfect head on it for an upper 90 header goal. And Centralia College, their lone goal of the night came from Gabby Navorsky, and it was on a PK, a foul in the box. Gabby took it and booted that one. It was a nice hard shot, and that was an upper 90 for the lone goal of the Blazers night. The final score, Lower Columbia 5, Centralia College 1. We do have to pick a Centralia College player of the game here. You know, we kind of talked about it during the break, Tony, and Hallie Stubb, we said her name a lot. Lots of hustle. She played a full game, and not a lot of reserve time.
We try to spread the wealth,
Sure.
and we know we've done Navorsky before. We did in the last game, it was Peyton Chapin. So we like to spread the wealth around to deserving players. And Stubb is one of those players. She played very well on the back line, cleared the ball a lot. one of those that gets lost in the shuffle a lot of times. The back line doesn't get a lot of love, but she played very solid, strong when she needed to. She went shoulder to shoulder with some of their best players, and so she played very well to me, and I think she deserves to get the player of the game.
Absolutely, Tony. I agree with you there. So congratulations to Hallie Stubb, the Centralia College player of the game in this one. And the Centralia College Lady Blazers 0-4 in NWAC Western Division play, still looking to get that win to maybe turn around the season. Lower Columbia Lady Red Devils are now 2-2 in the NWAC West. So that's about going to do it for us, Tony. The final score, once again, Lower Columbia 5, Centralia College 1. For Tony Davila, Heather Beatty, I am Luke Kilgore. Thank you so much for tuning in on the Eli Sports Network, and have a great evening.
It's a wrap for tonight. Thanks for watching on Eli Sports Network. And be sure to check back on the Eli Sports Network website for stories, pictures, and more at elisportsnetwork.com. Thanks for watching the Centralia College Trailblazers on the Eli Sports Network.